Welcome to Tagaytay. Hi, I'm Stu. I'm a backpacker from England and I am on a year-long travel from the Philippines all the way back to UK, travelling as much as I can by land and by water. I got here yesterday and unfortunately when I got here I rely on Wi-Fi to let me know what's in the area, and because of the recent typhoon there wasn't a lot of information I could find out. But now, because the Wi-Fi in the hotel has been rectified, I could actually find out, because yesterday I did an initial walk around, find out about the place, and I wasn't really that impressed. However, now I am impressed. So it's quite late in the day. I've only got till tomorrow to see as much as I can, and it's because I've just been in this place here for the nest for breakfast.
Hello.
Hi. No, no.
You want to go People's Park?
Not yet. No. You can tell it's a tourist place. So I've just had breakfast in there. This is the menu. It's a typical Filipino menu. So I had the adobo flakes, which was just shredded chicken fried with rice, 2 eggs. Obviously have a coffee, go with it. Now, when I asked the hotel last night of all the stuff I could do around here, instead of giving me the information, because there is no tourist information around here, they sent me a tour guide 9 o'clock last night to try and sell me stuff. And let me tell you something, it is not cheap. Not cheap at all. A visit to the island, which I'm going to go to in a minute, was more than my daily spending money. So, the only problem with this place is everything you need to see is spread out so many miles, and there is a lot to see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go across the road and try and get transport to take me across to the lake and see if I can get across over to the island, which I'm not sure I can, but we're going to find out. One of the main things that you can do around here, and this is the main reason I'm here, is down that way is a lake with an island in the middle, and unfortunately there is no buses that go that way. Now most of the Southeast Asia countries I've been to, you can hire bikes for the day, scooters, but you can't do it around here. So I've got to rely on one of them taxis. They've just quoted me 300 pesos to take me there. It's about a 20-minute journey, which works out about £4. £4 there, £4 back, with a budget of £25 a day. That's just one thing, and then I've got to get across the island. But I want to go for it. Why? I'm only here once. Let's go for it. So I'm on a taxi, and it's 300, like I said. I've just asked about getting across over the lake, which is on the other side of that. Now that place in about a year's time will be a tourist information office, which I so could have done with yesterday. So it's a 20-minute drive, and he's just told me if I want to go across onto the island. There is no ferry. There used to be one, but unfortunately in 2020 there was a volcano eruption. There's a volcano in the middle of it. It killed about 33, 34 people, and the ferry stopped from there because there used to be a ferry. Now there is locals that you can hire boats, and they cost about 2,000 pesos, which is way above my budget. He's actually just give me a little tourist information leaflet about a boat ride that I can do, which is 3,000
Talisay. Buwa ka lang ng tricycle.
There's not even any food involved.
Oo, magtatagal ako, Talisay. Tapos pagtapos,
So we
sasakay ka dyan.
negotiated a fee
Sasakay ka dyan.
just to say that I've been to the banks of the lake. I can see
Yeah.
the island. And 300 there, 250 back. He waited for me for about 15-20 minutes while I could walk around and see what it's like down there. And with that, with the cost of the hotel for the night, I'm over my budget already. Oh, just got me a fan book. Not that yet. It's cool. So one of the things I have noticed since I've been here is the fact that the average age of people coming from Manila is 18 to 25. Next door to the hotel I'm in last night there was a disco going on. It was quite late and I thought, let's have a wander. They wouldn't let me in. I wasn't dressed smart enough. And I did find out it was a private party anyway. And it was people from Manila that come here just to party. So you can imagine that it's the rich people from the cities come here. If you look at the views, I think we just missed it. You can see why the Filipinos come here to chill, relax, enjoy themselves. So, nice view of the sea. Shit, this tree. I don't think there's a viewpoint that you can get to, which is a bit of a shame. But there's so many turns and dangerous, as it says in the signs, curves going around this road. So the taxi driver has just recommended me come down here to take a picture, but as you can see it's a bit of a steep one and I'm only in flip-flops. But the island itself is just over there and it's a volcanic island. Oh, no, it's too steep. So basically he's going to take me around to various places where I can see stuff. Just lots of boats, all waiting for their custom to take me across. Of 2,000 pesos. I don't think so. Yeah, let's go further on so you get a better view without such a steep slope. So I've been dropped off, well, you're still waiting for us, in one of the bigger towns on the lake, and this is Talisay. How do I know it's Talisay? Because there's a sign that says I love Talisay. So this is Taal Lake, and so far I've been stopped about 3 times asking if I want to have a boat. Right, which is the island? That is the island. So I say it's an island, it's a volcano. Last erupted, as I said, about 3.5 years ago, and since then, and this is the main reason I came here. If you look on the map that I was looking at, this is the island, and in the island there's a lake, and in the lake there's an island. But since the volcano, there's been that middle lake has been taken out. See, it was really bad. So just driving through Rayleigh itself, sorry, just driving through Talisay itself. It is quite big. There's a few hotels around here. There's a public market over there. And it does look like it's touristy. The taxi driver, even though he's from Tagaytay, he's never been here before. So he's out and about taking photographs. I'm helpful, and he's getting paid for it as well. So yeah, it's a shame I can't get over there, because that's the main reason that I came to be here. But there seems to be a lot of boats, mainly that side, because I think it's closer to the island. And then you get smaller islands all the way around. And I can see why people from Manila come up here, because it is cooler than the city. You can imagine them coming here just for the weekend, just to chill out, unstress, and enjoy it. Oh, some fishermen. Now, I said to the taxi driver that I'll be here for about 10 minutes. I have no idea where he's gone. Hopefully he's not gone too far. I'm hoping that I'm going to get a chance to go into the town itself, just to see what it's like. And although there are hotels here, I think most people stay in Tagaytay, mainly because it's central to everything else that's worth seeing. And the water does look clean. It's just natural. Like, you've got logs, coconuts, no plastic. Well, that's impressive. At the end of this pier lake, there is people in the water. So I'm assuming they're diving for fish, crabs, local Finnish fishermen, and a boat called Gladys. This has got a really nice chilled vibe to the place. But this is off season. I'm not too sure what it'd be like peak season. But I've not seen one Westerner at all since I arrived here yesterday lunchtime. And I shouldn't say this because I don't think this place would cope with extra people from Europe coming here. I was just about to get into the taxi when he just told me that there's a smoking crater. So it is an active volcano. So I don't think I would have been allowed on there, I don't think. Wows. I mean, I would have thought I was just a cloud, but no, that's definitely from the volcano. So this is the town of Talisay. With the amount of traffic coming through, you can see it is a busy town. There's a lot of construction work going on around here. So maybe this is the town of the future for tourism. Who knows? So I said to the taxi driver I'd only been 2 minutes. That's the taxi there. I think he's getting a bit bored of me saying, "Stop here, I want to take a photograph." Right, let's go to the next place. So I've just asked the taxi driver to make another stop because I've just seen this view. Look at that. Down there you've got the town we've just come through with what looks like, is that a bouncy castle in the sea, in the water? There's a volcano over there. Wow. Right, and that's the taxi driver. Say hello. The taxi driver has just dropped me off just here, and this is Mount Sungay, and it's one of the highest points around here. But mainly to say this is welcome to the People's Park. Now in the background I've got some music which I can't put on the video, so I'm gonna have to stop now and get rid of it. Well, as soon as I walked in they stopped the music, which was very nice of them. So, welcome to People's Park in the sky. The taxi driver, I said to him, take me somewhere that's interesting but nearby, mainly because I'm thinking about the cost of the fare. So he's just gone around the corner to park up while I go around here. Now, having a look on the map, and there's just a description of the place at the very bottom behind me. So this place, obviously it's a mountain, it's always been here, but in the Marcos period, 1979, there was a palace built, and it was built for Ronald Reagan as a guest house to come over here. Unfortunately, he cancelled his trip, and then the building never got finished. It got turned over to the people, and you can have a walk up, and you can tell already I am out of breath. So I'll see you at the top. This seems to be a popular Instagram spot, because up there is the sign to say Tagaytay City. What do you call the letters? They're all there. Take the photographs. Hopefully I'll get one on the way back down. Oh, this is quite steep. And I had said to the taxi driver, I'll be 20 minutes. I think can add on about another 10 minutes on top of that. And here it is. This is the villa, the guest house. So at the time, according to the sign down there, Ronald Reagan wasn't even president at the time. He was the governor of California. And it is in some disrepair. Never been sort of looked after. That would be an amazing hotel, because the views from here is good. I'm sure Ronald and Nancy Reagan would have loved this place. Oh, I'm getting in the way of people's photographs. Oh. It's a nice view. Right, let's have a wander up here. So to get in, it costs 50 pesos. Just trying to look at where the stairs are. Lots of tourist shops. And if you think that the climb is too much for you, there is transport for extra costs to take you to the entrance to this place. And you wouldn't be able to sweat as much. So I'm just going up the stairs. Oh, there's restaurants. I mean, for such, you can see all the tourists. There's a lot of them around. It's a shame that they can't upgrade the place. Now, one thing I did forget to mention on the video so far was first thing this morning, I went for a run. It was my first run I've done in in a long, long time. It was only 4.5 kilometers. Oh, look at that. And then over there you've got the lakes. Wow. Wow. So I've just come to the other side now. Obviously you've still got the views, and then you've got a pineapple. That's a bit random. I think that's mobile phone masts.
Camera? It's a camera?
Yeah.
Mobile?
Got interrupted there because someone was interested in the camera. And if you don't know what I'm using, it's a DJI Osmo 3. Expensive. It's been knocked around a bit. Still works. Still 4K. So I was there for about 10 minutes, like I was a salesman, telling them all the things I could do. Right, let's see what else is around, because I ain't got long in case the taxi driver starts looking for me, because I haven't paid him anything yet. So I have read a bit more on this place, and it's crazy. So this mountain used to be a lot higher. So it was, a lot of it was destroyed just so they could build this guest house for Ronald Reagan. Just for him. When the Marcos Empire fell apart, was renamed the People's Park in the Sky. Just to show the excesses of money that was spent during their time in power. As a warning, I guess. Right, we'll have a wander up there. That's crazy, just to get rid of a lot of a mountain, just to build a guest house. That's abusive of power. Right, we'll have a wander up these stairs. So I'm at the top. Jesus behind us, with the Mary and Jesus. That's the view in front of us. I've just been stopped yet again about my camera. Wow. And then 2 more stairs. There's big JC just there, looking down. There's a guest house. It's a crazy place. So when this place was built, or getting built in 1979, it had the tagline of "Palace in the Sky" by the Marcos. But when you look at it, it's not exactly a palace no more. Right, I'm going to go back. That is a really interesting place, that was. Wasn't expecting that. But I've gone over my 20 minutes that I said I'd be away for. Taxi drivers probably thought I'd done a runner. So I'm back out at the entrance to the People's Park in the Sky, is what it's called now. And you can see just all there's so many restaurants here for fast foods. And now that'd be a good cafe, just sit there and watch the views over there. But no, I've got to find my taxi driver.
No, sir?
No, okay. Somewhere down here. Again, I've just stopped the taxi driver because I've just seen something. I went, stop! I wanted to see this. This is the Virgin Mary. Now, if I can cross the road without getting knocked over, you've got to pay to get in. Look at that! And at the back, it looks like stables, horses. Oh, this is a route you can do. Oh, you got to pay to get in. No, okay. I'm quite happy just to stand here. Oh, there's another one just there. She's big. She's got a tree behind her. I don't know where my driver's gone. Oh, there he is. So that's me back in town. The taxi driver's just dropped me off, and the total cost of the journey in the taxi, ouch, 1,000 pesos, which works out just over £13. It is, I'll admit, it's fair. He's taken me everywhere. We've been out for about 3.5, 4 hours, and he's stopped whenever I've wanted to. He's taken me to where I think I should have gone to. So obviously with my budget, I've got to be sensible. I wanted to be out more. I wanted to see other things, and I mean, about 45 minutes away there is an abandoned theme park which he told me about. I wanted to go there, but I have to be serious with my budget. I managed to get a selfie with him before we left. He's a happy chappy. His English is awesome. If you ever come here, then this is the number of his taxi, so I would recommend it. His English is really good, very informative. But yeah, with the cost of the hotel, everything else today, it's the time to call it a day, even though it's only 3:30 in the afternoon. So I am going to go back to the hotel. I am going to sort myself out, get back on the Wi-Fi, find out where I'm going to go tomorrow. I will admit that my video I did yesterday, which was first impressions of Tagaytay, when I said, is it worth going to? Maybe not. Scrap that. This is a place worth going to. Even though the centre is busy, it's touristy, there is so much to see around here once you start exploring, getting onto the internet if you've got it. That if you have got a bigger budget than me, then come here, come and stay. But yeah, I've enjoyed it, and if you've enjoyed it, press that like button. Where am I going next tomorrow? I don't know yet. I'll be on the map tonight to find out if there's anywhere else that sounds interesting. But you need to subscribe to find out where it's going to be. But until then, bye bye for now.